Hello and welcome to another episode of what are we calling this series? I'm not even sure what the name of this podcast series is called, but we're definitely talking about the local issues that matter most to you here in the city of Detroit. We're here in Detroit, Michigan. So excited to be here talking to you about a couple of things. I had a great week this week uh, in local politics. And just to catch you up to speed with what we're doing here. This year, it's a local election here in the city of Detroit. And every year that passes, we kind of see the phases of life, right? Life kind of goes in phases. And with social media, you can definitely see that a lot more clearly now that people go through phases in their lives. And so at a certain point, um, everyone was graduating, and that's what you saw on social media. All down your timeline, you saw people graduate, and then maybe there was a moment where you saw everyone down your timeline going to college, and then you saw people on your timeline getting married or having children. Um, in no specific order, but you see that there are time periods that people experience pivotal marks in their life, right? Testing, testing. Well, this period in our life is, I guess you'll call it the legacy phase, the legacy period of our lives, where we really begin to think about who it is that we are and the mark that we want to leave on the world, and what our legacy will be, what we'll be remembered for, and what type of work we can associate ourselves with that will speak accurately to who we are, who we were during the time that we were alive. And so, this phase in life, so to speak, is the legacy phase, where we're talking about, you know, what type of community we leave for our children, what type of neighborhoods that we have, what type of people are leading our religious spaces, and those that are leading our political spaces. These are the questions that we're asking now here at this juncture in our lives. And so that's where we are. We're talking about local issues. This is a local election year, and this is the time in our lives where we talk about these things, where we have these deep, robust conversations about the issues that people face in society. And we're having these conversations about how we can leave this space better than we found it. And that's a great conversation to have in a city like Detroit, Michigan, right? Detroit is a great city. I believe it's one of those. I believe it will be the next great American city. That's what I believe, and that's not political rhetoric. That's what I genuinely believe. I believe that we are on the precipice of becoming the next great American city. Now, there are a couple of things that have to take place, a couple of conversations that we have to work ourselves through. Nevertheless, I believe that we are in a position. You just look at so many different things that have happened just geographically across our country, and I think that we are in a position to have an influx of, uh, you know, people come to the city that can contribute to our tax base, which is important. I think that there has to be, quite frankly, a major shift in the education that exists here, not just locally, but probably federally as a result of what we're seeing. And so we're in a position, to benefit greatly from the things that are taking place if we are engaging in these conversations and really allowing ourselves to discuss in great detail what it is that we have to do in order to leave our space better than what we found it. And so again, that's a part of the conversation that we're having. And so you'll see me occasionally here down in the lobby having these conversations with friends and passerbys, people passing by. Also, one of the things that I think is important that you can look to see here on our stream is there are several. Come on, you want to come and do an interview? Come and sit down, man. What are you doing?
What is this for?
We're talking. Grab that microphone. Pull it closer to you. What's your name?
Aiden.
Aiden, what's going on, man? Where are you from?
I'm from West Bloomfield.
West Bloomfield. Okay, what were you doing down in Detroit tonight?
Just visiting my guy over here, KB.
Okay.
That's my man right there.
Okay.
But what is this like?
So my name is Whitney Clark, and I'm a candidate for city council here in District 5. This is obviously Detroit, Michigan. And so what I'm doing here is, obviously setting up here in the lobby, and we're talking about a number of different issues, particularly ones that deal with local politics. And so,
well, how many viewers do we have right now?
so this is actually a pre-recorded stream.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've got maybe about like 18,000 followers on social media, TikTok in particular.
Is it okay if I so actually this is really right. This is really cool. Being interviewed. I'm usually the one doing the interviews. I have a radio show.
Okay.
At my high school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, y'all can listen to that. WBFH.FM.
Okay.
That's online every Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. So I usually interview people like athletes, like Lions players, musicians. But what I really want to plug on Instagram, if you go to @BeneathTheBeatDetroit, that's my blog. I do interviews with musicians on there. I do events, trying to get that started. So
that's so you're doing events as well?
Yeah, booking concerts and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Are you a musician?
Yeah, like I DJ.
Oh, you're a DJ. So you DJ around here in the city or just up in
Like
Bloomfield?
Hamtramck, Pontiac.
Okay. Tell me this now. Did you grow up in this area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'll only hold you for a few more minutes. I know you guys are probably on the way somewhere, but I'm curious because this is, again, a part of the conversation that we're having. Just tell me, just from your perspective, what you know about the city of Detroit, how you feel about the city of Detroit. And there's no right or wrong answer. We're just having a conversation, like I said, specifically about what makes this city attractive to young people. And so what are your views on the city of Detroit and things? What have you heard from West Bloomfield?
Well, I think Detroit is really like overhated, especially, like even our own president was saying a lot of very bad things, a lot of ignorant things about Detroit.
Yeah.
So I think we're overhated. I think the perception of Detroit is really bad, which, I haven't had any bad experiences. But I really think that
we're in the nice part.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think the downtown is a safe place, but what I really like about it is, especially for young people, I think the music scene here is really good. There's a really good like DIY scene, but then you also have the more street scene with rappers like Babytron, Rio. So I think there's a really good music scene here with a great mix of artists, great venues.
This is so fascinating when people begin to talk about music and your DJ. So I'm curious. I'm going to pick your brain here, particularly considering that you're from a younger generation. Like, what is good music? That's a question that's, I think it kind of varies from generation, style to style. Like, but from your perspective and your DJ, you're around it quite frequently. What makes a song a good song in your opinion?
Well, I think music is literally completely subjective. So
certainly.
A good song is literally just whatever you think a good song is. It's completely subjective. But I really wanted to have KB talk about this because he's a music connoisseur.
Hop in here, KB. Jump down so we can see you, buddy. Can he take this seat? It was great.
I think Playboi Carti's last album, that's good music right there.
Playboi Carti. Okay. All right. Because like I said, I haven't heard his. Are you guys going to share? That's hilarious. What's your name? Where are you from?
KB. I'm from West Bloomfield, same part as he is. Yeah.
So you just decided to come and move down to Detroit?
No, my grandparents, they have a penthouse up here.
Okay.
They live here. So.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. So you were going to talk a little bit more about music.
About music.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with Aiden. It's completely subjective.
Yeah.
And good music to me would just be. I don't know how to explain it, but if you can like feel the music in a way.
Yeah.
Like if you you can really understand it.
You gotta
and really
feel it.
and really enjoy it, like just to listen to it multiple times.
Yeah. Are you a musician too, or
Not
no?
really, no.
Okay.
Play saxophone.
In 6th grade.
Okay.
I was not very good at it.
Yeah.
I'm more into cooking.
You're more into good. What do you cook?
Any meat, really. My dad has a restaurant in Southfield.
Okay.
Hideaway.
What's it called?
Hideaway.
Hideaway.
Yeah.
Is it like a steakhouse or?
Bar and restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I think it's pretty good. Have
You're a little biased.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Nicole is our chef. She's a really good cook.
Okay.
But I'm more on the not really in the kitchen as much. I'm more in the bar area, just helping around there.
Okay. Is that what you want to do later on? Do you want to take over that spot?
Yes.
Okay. That's
Planned on it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And so your whole family is from this area. Now, whenever you begin to talk about, and I know you guys may be, not thinking about this just yet, but I'm just curious. Where are you guys going to settle down? Are you going to settle down in a city like West Bloomfield? Would you settle down, or what would it take for you to settle down in a city like Detroit?
Well, I think it'd be nice,
Grab that microphone.
Oh, I think, if I have like the money and depending on what I do, where my connections, if Detroit, if I end up working in the music industry in Detroit, then I could see myself getting a place in Detroit, an apartment right out of college.
Yeah.
But settle down like with a family?
Yeah, I mean, not even necessarily a family. I mean, that would be ideal, but just in general, like, everybody's got a home base,
Yeah.
So I'm saying.
I really like Detroit. Like, I could see myself living in Detroit, other cities as well, But honestly, I think Royal Oak is really nice.
Yeah.
Royal Oak and Ferndale have nice downtowns, and they're close to Detroit. Yeah. But I feel like settling down with a family, Birmingham area, Bloomfield area.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Why? I mean, and I don't want to lead the witness here, but I'm just curious. Is it just, what makes you say that area versus this area? It may seem obvious, but then again, like I said, we have people watching from all parts of the country. So if you don't mind, would you explain to me why you would pick a place like, Royal Oak, for example, versus Detroit?
Well, versus Detroit, Royal Oak, okay, well, Royal Oak is, like, closer to, like, Bloomfield and stuff, which is where my family lives, but also, like, the school districts, especially in Bloomfield and Birmingham, the school districts are a lot better.
Yeah.
And KB knows a lot about this kind of stuff.
About what? You're just dragging everything on me. Like, KB, I know everything.
Talk about it, KB. So the schools are a little bit better out in Detroit.
They're a lot better.
In Royal Oak, et cetera. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Bowers.
Man, that school.
So I used to go to the same school as he did, Bloomfield, right? Mm-hmm. And then I got suspended a couple of years in a row. So it's kind of bad.
What'd you do? Don't say it on. If it's real bad, don't say it.
Yeah, I won't say it.
Okay, we'll leave it out. No, he's not going to say it.
No,
we don't want to say it. He's not going to say it.
He's
joking. So dramatic.
Oh, okay. I'll say one was just this guy. He just made a fake Snapchat account about me, just saying some stuff I didn't say. Air cleared up, but then started to suspend me. Right. So last year they came to me saying, "Hey, just go to this school for a little bit, and then you come back next year." Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Bowers is probably the worst experience at school I've ever had.
Okay.
It's so.
Where is Bowers at?
Oh God. Bowers Farm. It's called Bowers Farm. I don't know exactly where it's at.
Is this like a facility that you had to go to and stay in?
No, so it's like it's like a building, right? It was a farm. It was a farm at first, right? Mm-hmm. And then I don't know what happened. I guess someone bought part of it, but now it's like part school, part farm.
Okay.
And then it's
kind of like an enclosure.
Yeah. It's like you go away to the farm for a little bit.
So but it's part of their school, right? So we still get the same education from there. We still get the same funding from there. It's all the same, right? It's just the people there are just not great.
Yeah.
I don't really like anyone there. It's like maybe a few people like talking to that I'm friends with.
The gossip is terrible.
Oh my God. Listen, you say one thing, someone doesn't agree with you, now they don't like you anymore. Or half the people don't like you anymore.
Can I tell you guys something? I don't know how old you all are, but I'm 36.
Wow.
And what'd you say? Did
wow.
You say, wow.
Wow.
Well, no. Okay, so I'm saying this. I said that to say this. Man, it never changes past high school.
Really doesn't.
No. What I mean is like the gossip, the whole, it never changes. Whether you're literally in high school or in a corporate job or at a church or at an organization, it's no different. And so if you can navigate relationships and like keeping drama to a minimum and staying off of social media and not being influenced, if you can do it in high school, you can do it anywhere because it's exactly the same.
Right?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, and I'm relatively new to politics. This is my first time running for public office, but I've worked in politics for some years. Yeah, I've worked in politics for some years, but yeah, no, it's all the same. Politics is, it's in essence a popularity contest. And
honestly, now that you mention it, you're right, gossip really doesn't change at all. Because my grandparents, they do transportation, right? So they take people like from the houses to hospitals.
Okay.
And insurance pays them, whatever, right?
Yeah.
There is a lot of gossip.
That's a lucrative thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of gossip between the drivers, though, that they have. It's crazy you mention it now. I'm actually realizing it now.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
No.
Yeah, no, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Well, thank you guys so much for
Yes,
stopping
of
by
course.
and hanging out with me for a few moments. I know you didn't expect me to say that when you were waving.
Did not know,
But
honestly.
thank you guys for sharing with me. And
thank you.
yeah, you guys have a safe night. Again, you all, we're talking about issues here.
And again, at Beneath the Beat Detroit on Instagram.
At
no
Beneath-
space.
Go ahead, do it again. You got it.
Beneath the Beat Detroit, no spaces on Instagram.
Beneath the Beat. Now so as a DJ, last question. You are also responsible for discovering people too, right?
Yeah, like people for my shows.
Yeah, or just music in general.
Yeah.
I got to send you some of my music. I'm a musician as well.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I do a little something. I'm not too.
Oh, you could perform maybe.
Yeah.
You have a large following, I'm sure.
Yeah, on TikTok. It's mostly on TikTok.
You could get like a lot of people to the show.
I imagine so. Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
Let me give it to you, Chip.
Here, just follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. Just pull up your
Do you mind?
Instagram and I'll get on there and we'll connect and whatnot. That'll all be. Yeah, certainly. Just go to your joint there. Anyway, you all, let us know if you got any questions in the comments about, like I said, again, we're primarily talking about local political issues that matter here to the people, to the constituents and the stakeholders. But I definitely appreciate these young men for jumping into the conversation because it definitely is an ongoing conversation.
We have a mutual, by the way. Do you know Marquette? She's like this really short girl.
Yeah, I just recently started following her. She's good.
Yeah, I know her.
Okay, good. See, it's a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really talented. Yeah, she's really like I said, I think I've got an album coming out in about probably like a month.
Can you freestyle?
Oh, I'm not a rapper.
Oh,
I'm a singer.
Can you like sing a freestyle?
That boy said, "Can you freestyle?"
Do you know
all the blacks rap? Is that the thing?
I mean, I book rappers, so that's what I assume.
Okay. No, I'll mess with you, buddy. No.
But you know Dave Blunts though?
No. Dave Blunts. He sounds familiar.
Dave Blunts,
Pull him
KB.
up.
Oh, he's awful.
Is he awful?
No, he's big. Like he's big. Like literally.
I'm gonna let you hear this. I'm about to play you a song real quick. I'm gonna play you one of my songs.
I don't think you understand. He's big.
No. Like he's like.
Big as in heavy set?
Really big.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the fat guy that sits on the couch?
You know this guy.
Sipping on
Like this
promethazine. I'm
Sipping on promethazine. You know what I mean?
Sipping.
I can't put down
Down the
the
cup.
cup.
Yeah, no, yeah. That,
You know him.
yeah.
So you guys can see that.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we tend to stick away. We tend to steer clear of the encouraging of.
Yeah, of substances like that. Dude, and especially
really
at Bowers.
That's hilarious.
At Bowers, dude, it's so bad, but obviously KB, bro, he's one of the few that's really staying strong. About to hear some.
Is the culture bad? Let's see.
Yeah, about to hear some of that.
Let's see what I got.
Some of that. What's your name?
My
Whitney
name
Clark?
is Whitney Clark.
Some of that unreleased Whitney Clark.
Oh yeah, come on. Wait, let me see if this works. Does this work? Oh no, it's low. Wait. Just thought I'd add that in. Wait.
You got like an air horn on here?
Wait, I'm not sure.
You got a laugh track? You got a wah wah.
Yeah. Okay, the guy's coming. For
Okay.
You.
You got
That's a
it.
good joke. Crickets.
All right, cool.
We got it. All right, so this is a song that it's not mixed and mastered though,
Oh, that's all right.
but it's it gives you a feel for what I'm doing. It should give you a feel. Don't break that chair, man.
I'm trying to.
Oh, yeah. Not that loud.
Oh, this is good. Who produced it?
I produced it myself.
You made the beat?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I got the beat off of YouTube. Yeah. But as far as recording vocals, this isn't loud enough. But yeah, it's just like I'd say I'm more of a harmonies and whatnot. maybe not more, maybe not your lane. This ain't home when you go. I'm gonna need to give my heart a break. You only been gone for an hour, but it feels like a million days. This ain't home when you go, but I need to give my heart a break.
Wait, say what?
You don't have the headphones on.
I need a beat. I can have a beat?
You don't have it. I need to find better love.
Yeah.
He can't hear it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This is a cartoonish beat.
We're good. No, I just want you to hear that. Anyway, you guys have a great night. I just want you to be able to hear. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, guys. So one more time, since you're still with us, give us your Instagram so people can follow you if they want to keep up with you guys. Go ahead, bud.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get one. Yeah, 4 Towerman, hold on. 4 Towerman 33.
Do you not know your own Instagram?
Not really. I change it like every week. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do change it like a lot.
Wait, what did you used to be?
Oh my god, it was something else. It was like I remember it was Detroit something, and it was Pickle, and then it was like Chef, something like that, some of those lines. But 4 Towerman 33, you know, just regular stuff. Hideaway 313 is my dad's restaurant Instagram.
Hideaway 313.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
That's the.
I'm just like this guy.
That's the restaurant. His dad has a restaurant in Royal Oak.
No. Southfield.
Southfield.
Let me give you the address. Hold on.
Oh, he's going to give us the address. I'm excited.
Hold on. Let me give the
The
address.
Addy.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me find the picture.
Because why not?
All right. Here we go. Address is 29267 Southfield Road.
29267 Southfield Road.
Yes. Come by anytime. We're open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for now. Then we open the summer fully and Monday through Sunday.
Sounds scary. No, great. So
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, awesome, buddy. One more time, your Instagram too, so people can follow you.
Yep. Just make sure you follow me. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're muted now.
There you go. All right. So my Instagram we got thank you for that. We got AidenL.81 on Instagram, and of course we got at Beneath the Beat Detroit.
It's magical.
Go follow that up. All right, guys. Appreciate you.
You guys have a good night. Thanks again.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Shout out KB.
Be safe. And don't do drugs. Oh, wait, what? Don't do drugs. Yeah, that's what I said. Don't do them. What about gambling? Well, I don't think you should gamble either, but life is a gamble, I guess.
Yeah, life is a gamble.
All right, you guys be safe. Have a good night. Well, see, there you guys. Look, a DJ, a young chef. That's me. Come on, man. It's talent all across this city. We're having the conversation, though. We're asking people what it is about the city of Detroit that's going to make them want to stay here and settle down and start a family here. That's the question that you got to ask yourself these days is, what's it going to take for the city to grow again in the neighborhoods? And so that's the conversation that you've got to push. And I'm encouraging people, and quite frankly, I've stepped forward so that we can use our full imagination. Yeah. I want that. I want that for us. I want that for us, Detroit. I want us to be able to look at our future and believe that anything is possible. And I think that it takes the right type of people stepping forward in order for us to feel licensed to dream big again. Yeah. I believe people here, specifically in the city of Detroit, in our neighborhoods, feel the need to be given the license to dream again and to believe that great things can happen even in their neighborhoods, even on their block, even in their city. And so that's why we're stepping forward, so that we can have that space. Because you know that if you don't step forward, no one's going to step forward, right? You realize that, right? And I guess that's kind of what I was talking about before those gentlemen jumped on, is the fact that this is that season in life where we have to step forward. This is the season, right? Like, and I look back on seasons in my life and I see very clearly what that season was. I had a season of chasing women, and I'm most certainly not, proud of it, but I'm just giving you an example. I had a season of working really hard. There was a time where I just, I'd work and then come home and shower and go to sleep and do it all over again, because I was working towards something at that time in my life. And so this is really, this is that time here in society where we step forward, and we say that, we're going to be a part of the change that we want to see here in our community. We're going to step forward and be the teachers. We're going to step forward to be the doctors. We're going to step forward being the politicians, the preachers, the leaders of our community. And you know what else I think is important for us to do in this moment? I'm so excited because this season allows us to do all of these things at the same time. We got to recapture the power of our own story. We're not telling our stories. We're not telling our stories anymore. They're telling our stories, and they are handpicking the people that can tell our stories. And so that's why it doesn't matter who it is or what they look like. They're all talking about the same couple of things, right? Isn't that a coincidence to you? That no matter who it is, they're still talking about shaking butt. They're still talking about killing and this and that. And so I think a large part of us changing society for the better is having more autonomy over the stories that we tell about ourselves and reshaping the way we talk about ourselves. I think it really gives us an opportunity to see ourselves in a better light. And so I think that's so important. And I think that's also a part of what we're doing by stepping forward in this season of life, is we are taking advantage of the opportunity to be in control of what people say about you. You ought to be tired of people making up your stories. Think about that. You ought to be tired of people telling you what to think of you, and telling you what to think of your women, and telling you what to think of your children, and telling you what to think of your society and your political class, and you gotta control your own story. And I talk about that a lot. And I think that's one of the things that gives us a sense of worth, is having the ability to tell our story. And I think that's one of the things that we've lost, is the ability to control the narrative that has been shaped about us and our people. And so we're using this platform and this time and this opportunity to, yes, do great things and provide greater city services and make things better for business owners and families and things of that nature. But we're also changing the stories that are told about ourselves. And so that's a part of what we've got to do. You got to step forward. If you feel like the narrative is drifting, and if you feel like the narrative about people, about who you are, about your type of people, about your profession, about your block and your community, if you feel it's not accurate, then you got to step forward and shape and reshape the narrative. And so that's what we're doing here as well. We're stepping forward because people need to see husbands and fathers. People need to see young black men who care about their children, their family, their communities, and their churches. They need to see that. Because that narrative has been twisted. Hasn't it been? Hasn't it been shifted? Hasn't the narrative been shifted and twisted and contorted so much that I seem like an anomaly? I'm not an anomaly. I'm not the only person that cares about the future of the community, the future of his family, and what his legacy will be. It's just the fact that we aren't the ones telling the story. Other people are telling our stories, and that is, again, one of the greatest opportunities that we have a chance here to meet. Is meet that opportunity to recapture the narrative around ourselves. Man, it's all about a narrative. This whole thing is about a narrative. It's all about a narrative. And so we've got to change the narrative about ourselves. We've got to change the image that we've been given. We've got to change the perception that we've been given about ourselves, because it's tainting our view of us. Yeah. We've been told that we've been less than. We've been seeing this in our public spaces that we've been less than. And after so long, you kind of begin to think that, well, maybe I am less than. Well, this is the plateau. This is the farthest I can go in life, because this is what's been determined for me. And so again, we've got to recapture autonomy over the stories that are being told about ourselves. What do you think about Detroit? How do you feel about the city? Why would you live here? Why wouldn't you live? Those are the questions that we're asking. What's it going to take in order for you to decide, I don't want to live in Royal Oak, I want to go to Detroit? What's it going to take? And whether you think that's something that is reasonable and attainable, or whether you think that's something that's far-fetched, and you're just wishing on a star to make these type of requests, I want to let you know, this is the time to be doing that. Whether you think that your request, or whether you think what it's going to take to get you to come to Detroit is something that you can actually get, or whether you know it's something you'll never get, now is the time to raise your voice and say, I want better schools. If you fix the schools, I'll come back to Detroit. If you lower the taxes, I'll come back to Detroit. Yeah, if you put grocery stores in all four corners of our neighborhoods, I'll come back. Whatever it is, whether you think it's reasonable or unreasonable, this is the time to be asking. And I want to give you the license again. I want to give you the license to believe that anything is possible in this city. You've got to raise your voice. You've got to make your request known. What's it going to take for young families, young tax-paying citizens, young middle-class working two-family, two-people households? What's it going to take for those type of viable people to come back to the city? You ought to make your request known. Whether you think it's big or small, we want to know what it's going to take for you to feel like Detroit is a place that you should and can be raising your family. Thank you guys so much for spending a few moments with me tonight. Like I said, we're going to be having a number of hosts. Sometimes our friends are going to be walking, and if they want to be a part of our conversation, we'll certainly allow them to be. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from people that are in the community. There are so many activists that I've been meeting along this journey, and I want to hear your stories. This is a part of what we have to do. This is city council of the future. Yeah, this is governance in the future. Bringing the microphone and giving it back to the people, making sure that you can hear what the concerns of actual people are. And we'll also use this space, this medium, this platform to share information, to make sure that you never miss any more of the pertinent information that exists here in the city, because that's one of the issues that we have. You got great things going on. You got great programs. You got great services, that people know nothing about. And so it's our time, it's our opportunity, it's our obligation, if you will, to make sure that people are informed, to make sure that people's voices are elevated, and to make sure that people have an opportunity to speak truth to power. See, I was trying to get those guys to kind of talk about some of the things that, resonates with an audience of this type, but nevertheless, it's still important for people to be able to speak truth to power and to give their perception and their opinion on whatever it is. And so that's what we have to do. If we're going to step forward and be elected leaders, we've got to make sure that we're using our power to elevate the voices of constituents and stakeholders here in the community. And this is how you do it in 2025. You start a podcast and you allow constituents, you allow opposing voices, you allow people that don't agree with you to come and sit down and have a robust discussion about the future of the city and how we can make things better and how we can make things work. That's what you do, and so that's what we're doing. And that's why I want to know, what's it going to take for you to bring your family back to a city like Detroit? What's it going to take for you to feel like these schools are good enough, like the groceries are good enough, like the city services are good enough? What's it going to take? Let us know. We want to hear from you. And I would love to have you join our team, our campaign as a donor or a volunteer. All you got to do is go to WhitneyClarkForDetroit.com. WhitneyClarkForDetroit.com. That is CLARKEFOR Detroit.com. You can become a volunteer or a donor. You can even just send me a message and say, man, I see what you're doing. I see that you're serious. I appreciate you. And I'm going to give you a share. We live in a new space today. You can come and give me $1 million. I don't know if that's legal. You can come and volunteer, but you can also give a share. You can also, repost. You can also, send this to someone who you feel that needs to see it, that needs to hear from it. This is what we do in 2025. If you don't have money, if you can't be here in person, you can definitely share. You can follow. You can subscribe, and that allows our message to be spread even the more. So I thank you guys so much for spending a few moments with me tonight. We'll be doing these as needed, right? As we get guests and as things happen here in the city. It's all about your voice. It's all about what matters to the constituents and the stakeholders. Again, my name is Whitney Clark. If you want to reach out to me, hear from me more personally and more directly, feel free.